Welcome to our makeup show. Today we'll be applying makeup to look like Audrey Hepburn and Lucille Ball. So come join us for our transformations. I hope you enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our very special show today, Celebrity Makeup Show.
And guess who we are?
I'm Lucy and Audrey Hepburn.
There you go.
Well, the older version of Audrey Hepburn.
But I mean, both were wonderful actresses. I mean, Lucy always made me so happy. If you're in a bad mood and watched her show, I mean, you just couldn't help but being happy and laugh. And Audrey Hepburn, I mean, she was just pure elegance. I mean,
oh yes, by all means, on all levels. And she was an extraordinary actress. Not only an actress, she was also an icon, fashion icon too. She wore such beautiful and she was a child advocate too. And she was
that's right.
Yes, UNICEF. She worked for. She was a UNICEF ambassador. So she was she traveled all over the third world countries, and she was helping mankind. Well, she was helping people.
That's wonderful. So, Ella, why don't you start telling us about Audrey?
Well, Audrey Hepburn, she was born in Belgium. She was a British actress and a humanitarian. That's because she worked for UNICEF.
That's right.
She's, as we mentioned, Merri and I, that she was an icon of fashion and film, icon in film and fashion, and she was ranked as the third greatest female screen legend from classical Hollywood cinema.
Oh.
And she was inducted into the International Best Dressed List Hall of Fame.
Well, look at that dress.
Well, Merri let me borrow her dress, and I fit in Merri's dresses. Look at this.
And I hate to say, but that's my funeral dress.
Oh, no!
But it's very elegant. Look how elegant you look with it. Tell us more about Audrey.
Oh, yes. And so Audrey was married twice, and she left two sons, and she lived in Switzerland with her family, and she passed on pretty young. She was only 63, so she was only 3 years older than I am now. So it's hard to look like Audrey Hepburn when I am 60 years old. So yes, I'm kind of trying to look like Audrey Hepburn. Merri mentioned to me that I look kind of like Audrey Hepburn, but I had my 60s glasses before, and now Merri showed me Audrey Hepburn with these glasses on. Remember, Merri, when we did the 50s show?
That was fun.
That was when I looked, you said I looked like Audrey Hepburn.
That's right.
So perhaps with those 60s glasses, I looked much more like, but she wore kind of glasses that looked like this too. So she was only 63 when she passed on, and it was colon cancer that caused her death. And sadly, we lost a great actress.
Yeah, she was very talented.
Very. Oh, yes. What a great human being.
Very, that's for sure. Okay. As for Lucille Ball, well, she was born August 6, 1911, and she passed on April 26, 1989. And she was an American actress and even a producer. And at the beginning, before she became a wonderful actress, she was first a model. And it's funny because people always think of Lucy, think of the red hair. Her natural hair color was actually brown. And but of course, this color hair and her way she kept it was her trademark, right? And but anyways, so she was in supportive roles in the beginning after becoming a model, and then she met. Ricky, of course, Desi Arnaz, and they had two children, a boy and a girl. And, of course, Desi Arnaz Jr., and, of course, Lucy. So they named their kids after each other, but to each their own, right? And basically she was, that famous grape stomping scene in that show, she almost died.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, there was a communication problem because the actress that was with her, she didn't speak English, and she was really fighting with her, actually.
Yes, they engaged in a physical
Yeah, it wasn't
fight.
supposed to be so rough, but she was too rough, and she almost died. That was pretty crazy. And she was actually the first actress ever to play pregnant on television. And she too, I mean, she she was a producer, and she even had like the Lucy show herself, with Gordon, and that show's called Here's Lucy. And after that, she just did other roles, and and up into the time of her death, and even up to the time of her death, she still loved Dizzy. Yeah.
Oh yes,
that is it.
And so these are they are, I keep on referring to them as they are because they're all over the screen, and we are watching. To this day, I love watching I Love Lucy because it's such a fun, taking my glasses off.
Now you can see the real Ella.
More like Ella and not Audrey Hepburn.
That's okay. You're
Oh,
so
yes.
beautiful, girl. All right, well, this now leads to our next segment.
See you in a little bit.
Bye-bye. Now let's get started with our look for Lucille Ball. We're going to first start off with a nice light foundation. Now, since the foundation is on now, all we're going to do now is going to put this nice light pressed powder on. Now the next thing we're going to do is apply our blush. And back then, the color for blush was peach, a nice light color. And this compact has a darker and a lighter shade of the color peach. The darker color peach is going to go right on the apples of your cheek, like right here. And the lighter one is going to just go around it, and we're going to just blend it right into the rest of the darker shade of peach. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start working on our eyes, okay? And I think we're going to start off by, let's do our eyeshadow, okay? And again, just like we did for the so-called cheeks with the color peach, the same thing with the eyeshadow. We're first going to start off with our darker color peach, just like we did with our cheeks. And we're going to just put it right on our eyes here. All right. And next we're going to do the lighter shade. Very good. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a nice white colored eyeshadow color, and it's going to go from where we have the lighter shade of peach, the second coat we put on, and it's going to start there, and it's going to go all the way up to the brow line now. And putting on this white color actually gives it a nice highlight. I guess you can say an accent, I guess. What we need to do to make our eyes look a little bit more dramatic, to add a nice accent, we're going to use the color brown, and we're going to just go on the outer corner of the eye here and work our way up to the brow line, okay? And you don't really even need that much for the color of brown for this, okay? And you're going to just go very lightly, because you don't want to look like you have black eyes either. So you're going to just work your way up, okay? All right, so that's it for the eyeshadow. So now we're going to work on Lucy's eyebrow. Let's get started with this. So right at the bridge of the nose, right at the natural brow line, you just go up, right? And we're going to go nice and light. You don't want to be too heavy. Now, I like this brush because you can apply it with the tip of the brush here, but you can also use the bristles here to sweep up your natural brow, and it just makes it look more blended, more natural, instead of like a pencil. So first we're going to just go over this with our pencil over with this. And I'm just going to sweep up our natural brows. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to continue on with the brown eye pencil, and we're going to do the eyeliner, but we're going to do it, we're going to make a nice line right along our lash line down here. And we're going to extend it a little bit beyond the eyelid for a nice cat-like, I guess, appearance or line or whatever. So let's start. We're going to start off with the corner of your eye right here. And now what we're going to do is now we're going to go underneath the eye, okay? There we go. So now you got that ready. Oh, the eyes aren't done. We need to do our lashes. Now back in those days, and even today, you know, women, they use the false eyelashes. But I'm going to opt off of that, and I'm going to do regular mascara. But I'm going to be heavy on the mascara, okay? So I'm going to start applying my mascara. Very good. All right, so now the last thing we need to do now is we need to do Lucy's lips. She had a pouty shaped lip, especially the upper lip, and she also had a little bit of a divot right in the middle. Now I have a small lip, so I'm just going to go maybe a little bit above my natural lip line, and here it goes. All right, so now we are done with the Lucy look, and when Ella comes up in a little while, we will show you the finished product. We'll see you in a little while.
Hi everyone. So today I am trying to make myself look like Audrey Hepburn. This is how I did the makeup for the Audrey Hepburn show that Merri and I are doing. She's doing Lucille Ball, and I'm doing Audrey Hepburn. So first I applied this custom blend all over my face. Then I did my eyebrows because Audrey Hepburn had very thick eyebrows. So I needed to fill in my eyebrows to make them look pretty thick like Audrey Hepburn's. So I used a pencil, the eyebrow pencil, and my daughter gave me all these browns, so I used dark brown eyeshadow to fill it in And I did the same with this eyebrow right there. So now my eyebrows look more like Audrey Hepburn's. Then what I did the eyeshadow next. And I got all the different colors here. So I got the 2 grays, and I used the lighter gray right over here, and the darker gray. So there you go. My daughter gave me this also. So I did the gray, because this is what I read, the gray eyeshadow on my eyelids. So to make my eyes look more like Audrey Hepburn's. And I used the CoverGirl eyeliner to outline my eyes. So this is CoverGirl. And then I didn't want to get the full set eyelashes, because I don't like them. Well, I like them on other women, but I'm so sensitive to a lot of products, and I never know what kind of adhesive they have. So I just go with my mascara. This is the Roller Lash, and I really like it, from Sephora. So there, they almost look like a full set eyelashes. There you go. I probably did like 2 or 3 coats. There, perfect. Look very, very nice. And then I used a blush. My daughter, compliments to my daughter, she gave me this blush. And Audrey, I watched the tutorials, which she did. She used the pink blush. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using the pink. Circular motion. I don't want to put too much, because I don't want it to look like a clown either. But there you go. So she used the pink blush. So I got that on. And the last thing that we do, I already have the lipstick on, but I like the Sephora. I like the Sephora kind of lipstick. It's nice and pink. This is what it looks like. I really like it. Sugar Berry. It's actually a tinted lip treatment, and I really, really like this kind. And I also used Revlon Wine and Everything. I also like this one. So there we go. Let me go to the sun right. Okay. And there's the Audrey Hepburn look. Let me put my sunglasses on to make myself more look like Audrey Hepburn. Take care, everyone.
These are our last words.
Okay. Merri looked up these quotes, and they're really nice. Okay, so this is by from Breakfast at Tiffany's. So, in quote, I may be normal, darling, but yeah, well, she had that different kind of accent.
I know, you can't do that.
Well, we would have to take a few classes on mimicking
I know,
accents.
that's right.
Okay, it may be normal, darling, but I'd rather be natural. And this quote was taken from Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Okay.
And another quote here is, quote, anyone who ever gave you confidence, you owe them a lot. From Breakfast at Tiffany's. I really like this quote. Very nice. And I agree with that quote.
Oh, definitely. And this quote is typical Lucy. And it says, once in his life, every man is entitled to fall madly in love with a gorgeous redhead.
Oh, yes. And look at that color. Beautiful shade of red.
It's really red.
Audrey Hepburn hair used to look a lot more like my natural hair color, but now at the age of 60, well, obviously I should have dyed my hair, but my back was so sore for 3 days, and I pretty much could not move too much.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us today. Take care. God bless. And that's all, folks.